Representative, there are 9 candidates in this race for U.S. Senate on the Democratic side. How are you going to distinguish yourself from others?
Well, I think, and first of all, thank you for having me on the show this morning. I think that we've got some really good candidates in this race, and any primary that has formidable opponents is going to be the result of having a better candidate when we get to the general election.
Well, Colin Allred announced first he has the most money, obviously. Roland Gutierrez, another high-profile candidate from the state Senate here in Texas. Where do you see a path to victory, considering those are 2 of your formidable candidates?
Yeah, first, I want to be very clear. I was last to announce. And for me, this was about praying about this and meditating, talking with my family about this, and I wasn't in a rush to do it because the state of politics is in a broken condition. And I believe that our democracy being at the threat of demise that we're at, with authoritarianism going across the globe, it's important to have a candidate who's not from Washington, who's not from Austin, but someone from here, someone who's managed a small town, Ferris, or lived in a small town, worked in a small town, managed that small town, and pastored the small town. That's the candidate that I am, and I believe Texans want someone who is willing to fight for them and understands their issues.
You weren't in a rush, but the calendar date is coming either way. We're, 45 days away or so. When you look at the money you're up against, just on the Democratic side, where do you see an avenue that you might have a shot at victory?
Well, it's clear to me. You know, I'm not running for me. I'm running for the 30 million Texans. And this campaign has never been about Washington lobbyists or political insiders. This campaign has not been about raising millions of dollars, but it's really been about raising millions of Texans, the concerns that we have back at home. And so that's why I'm running to represent the 1,214 cities in this great state of Texas. And that's our path to victory. As I go to Abilene, to Killeen, as well as to Kilgore and Henderson, Texas, and Houston, I'm preaching the good news about a candidate who's going to work for them and one that's not going to work for the insiders.
Can you do this, though, without the money that Allred and Gutierrez have?
We'll see. We've had candidates in the past, by the grace of God, who have been outraised, and Washington has someone that they send, or Austin, and the people choose. And so I'm real encouraged by the folks that I meet across this great state. They want someone who's going to fight for their interest, and I'm up for the fight.
Why give up a safe seat in the Texas House of Representatives?
Well, it's not about having a safe seat. Quite frankly, I don't like politics, but I love people, and I love policy, and I love the Lord. And I believe that it's time that we have someone at the U.S. Senate level who is concerned about the people. You see, for me, this is about taking on the issues that matter to the people. And so I love policy and I love people, and to me, Jason, it's about drafting policy, whether it be ordinances for the cities as a former mayor or legislation as a lawmaker. It's about shaping policy that comports to humanity, that represents the people that are not allowed into the room, much less a seat at the table. And so that's why, that's why I'm running, and I'm excited about being Texans' new U.S. Senator.
But there are already other Democrats in this race. You already had a safe seat. Why not sit there, get things done on that level, and then wait for an easier opening when you might not have as much Democratic challenge?
Every assignment that I've been given in regards to politics, I've always been the underdog, always. When I make my announcement, usually I'm the last because I'm praying about it and meditating on it. So to me, it's not about a safe seat. It's about the fact that our democracy is not safe right now. And we need someone who is willing to fight for the people, about the issues that matter to them, about teacher pay, about making sure that our public schools are supported. That's why, I'm running, and it's not about me as a safe position.
Let's talk about those priorities you just mentioned there. If elected first day, what's top of your agenda as far as priorities go?
Well, there's so many issues that we have that Texans, everyday Texans, are facing, whether it be the immigration failed system that we have, the migration system. We're really at a crisis. When the mother and her 2 children died the other day, drowning at our border, that's just wrong. We need a policy, and we cannot afford to have Texas separate from the union. We've seen that before, and we've got to be one in ensuring that we have a humane and a secure way of processing those who would seek to have the American dream. This is about fulfilling the Declaration of Independence, really. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. That would be priority. It would also be priority that we protect public schools, and we have support for that at the national level. And I could go on and on about some of the other issues that we face.
Do you anticipate a runoff in this race? A lot of candidates are in it.
Yeah, and typically you would have a runoff. The politicos are projecting that there will be a runoff. We'll see what God says.
Will you be in it?
We'll see what God says. It's not necessary that God might have a runoff. I know that I'm running to win, and I know the people that have supported me are believing in my candidacy. And so we're focused on the victory on March 5th, on Election Day, that we will have the victory.
We mentioned earlier about the fundraising, how you're obviously behind Colin Allred, and every candidate is behind him since he was first out with this. 45 days until Super Tuesday or so. How much do you plan to raise, or how much do you plan to announce in the upcoming filing?
Those numbers are certainly relevant. I'm not aware of what those numbers are, but I am aware of the individuals who have given. These individuals that I've talked to, every individual that we have emailed and text are folks that by and large, they have my personal cell phone number. So these are people who know me, and they are saying, Jason, they have given the most to my candidacy than they've ever given in any political race. That, means a lot to me, because I know that they're fed up with politics just as I am, and it's time we get to work and focus on the people and not partisan politics.
45 days away from Super Tuesday, from the election. How do you plan to get your message out across the state? This is a big state here.
It is, indeed. And
we don't have much time left.
45 days to go, and we are getting the message out. We have individuals that have been staunch supporters of my candidacy, like Pastor Freddie Haynes, who is committed to evangelizing about the authenticity of my candidacy, about how I'm focused on the people, and we're relentless. And this is about the people, and the people are conveying my message. I'm honored that they would choose to use their time to let people know, amplify our message out there.
Representative, thank you for the time.
Thank you, Jason.